Linoleum floors, dark wood accents, a crucifix on the wall. A large kitchen table holds 8 chairs. It is old and well used, well loved. Art and Kristina sit at it, Art at the head, Kristina to his left. They are eating a traditional Scandinavian farm dinner. It's raining outside. It has been raining a lot lately.
So, how was your day?
It was fine. Got the south field tilled, fixed some fence.
That's good.
She waits for him to ask her about her day, but he does not.
Well, I went into town today after working on the flower bed, and I met Sarah at the cafe, and she told me that her daughter is getting married to a farmer out in Walhalla. Isn't that exciting? And we started talking about our next book club pick, which I think will be Watership Down, but after the last one, I don't know if we can top the end.
It's really coming down out there, isn't it?
Oh.
Did you bring the sheets in?
Oh yes, I brought the sheets in. After I got home from town. When will Peter be back?
The tractor got stuck in the mud again, and it needs some repairs anyway. Not sure how long it'll take him to limp it home.
I wonder if I should make up a plate for him. Anyway, I've been thinking about repainting my bookshelf. Last time I went to the hair salon, Jeannie mentioned that the new thing is to have pastel pink touches in your house. And I think it would look really
I'm giving
nice.
Peter the ring tonight.
Oh.
He's ready now.
We talked to him about it?
We've talked enough.
Okay, Art, I wish you'd talk to me about this first.
Well, nothing's going to change. It's just time for it to be official.
I suppose, honey.
Scene 2. Art and Peter sit at the kitchen table. Peter has papers spread everywhere along with a calculator and a checkbook.
The bill from the feed store came in on Thursday. It's tight, but I figured out how we can make it work.
Good. You're doing great, son.
Peter quickly punches numbers through the calculator, scribbles values down, clears, and starts again.
God, I can't believe all I use my math degree for is this.
Well, it's important work.
They lapse into silence for a little while. Peter calculates, Art signs checks.
Peter,
Yep.
I went to the recorder's office this week.
Art produces the newly printed deed to the farm from his front shirt pocket. Peter continues his calculations, then realizes what his father has said.
What for?
Well, there comes a time in every man's life when he gets to pass things on to the next generation. My father passed the farm to me, his father to him, although that was back in Germany. The point is, I think it's my turn. You run most of this operation these days anyway. You understand the books in a way that I never did. I taught you everything you need to know. So I've gone to transfer the deed into your name. All I need is your signature.
Art places the deed in front of his son, who signs without hesitation.
I'm going to give you the family ring, too.
He removes the ring from his index finger and places it on Peter's.
The weight of it is yours now, but it's also an honor. This has been with us for a long time. Your great-grandfather was a blacksmith, and he made it himself. I know you're going to make the family proud.
I'll try, Dad. I'll try.
With mixed emotions, Peter arranges pen, paper, and calculator and begins to write. Scene 3. It is morning. Time has passed, and Kristina changes the calendar by the kitchen table.
You have a lot of work today?
Yeah, the tractor's giving us trouble again. I think Dad's already out there. I wish he would slow down.
Oh, me too. I mean, you saw his knee yesterday. Of course he won't go to the doctor.
No, he's not very good at listening, is he?
No, he hasn't been for a long time. Certainly not to anything that I have to say.
I know. I told him that maybe he should take it easy today. As soon as I started saying it, he walked out the door. But without the tractor, we can't get the fungicides in, and the rain this year has just been...
I know. How bad is it really, Peter?
That's what farming is. A struggle. If Dad wanted to retire, move into town, now that the farm's mine, would you want that?
Maybe, if it meant he was happy.
Yeah, but he isn't happy now either. And neither are you. Not really.
No, we aren't. Are you happy here?
No. I don't think so. I've tried to be for Dad's sake, but I don't really think I am.
Scene 4. Art and Peter are trying to fix the tractor. Art is limping around. Peter is under the tractor on a creeper.
Hey, Dad, I made a list of what I need to fix this the last time it happened. I think I left it in the office. Could you go find it for me?
Art crosses to the house and whistles as he opens the filing cabinet in the office. He digs around, not able to find the slip Peter sent him for. Eventually, he fishes a piece of graph paper from the bottom, the same one Peter was writing on earlier. Art begins to read it.
Cost estimates, livestock value, equipment value, home renovation, sale price. What is this? My God! How could he? That bastard.
Art runs feebly outside to where Peter is inspecting the underside of the tractor, or sabotaging it more likely.
Do you care to explain this to me?
Huh?
This cute little list I found in the bottom of the filing cabinet, written in your handwriting, talking about selling the farm. I mean, what kind of bullshit is this, Peter?
It's just a cost-benefit analysis, is all.
Our goddamn livelihood is not a math problem.
Someone's got to do the figures. You really aren't worried about the ratio of healthy plants to drowning ones right now? Look, I didn't mean to ruffle your feathers, but are we even going to break even this year?
Well, that's in God's hands, isn't it?
I don't know if God's ever been particularly concerned with providing farmers the ideal weather.
Something like this shouldn't even be crossing your mind.
But well, someone needs to figure out the best course
There
of
are
action.
always good years and bad ones, and we need to fight.
It's been a lot of bad years in a row, Dad.
Your grandfather did not get on a ship to build a new life here for you to play pretend in that office with the farm that he built from the ground up.
Well, I'm not Grandpa, am I?
Yeah, well, and sometimes I wish you were.
I'm not, Dad. And realistically, with your bad knee, you're not going to be able to work soon.
My knee's fine.
Sure. You could barely walk this morning, but sure, your knee's fine.
Whatever. It shouldn't matter if I'm around anyway. The farm is yours now.
Yes, it is. So look at it from my perspective. Financially, things aren't exactly looking up. The big farms and corporations are after us, trying to eat up the land, sending us all this information in the mail. And you're right. You're only going to get older, so this is something I have to
I
consider.
don't want to hear this.
But I'm sorry, but you need to.
You're just giving up. I trained you to know what to do during a bad year. You've seen me say no to all these arrogant assholes from big business coming by with offers. You're a damn Hoffman, for Christ's sake. Farming runs in your blood.
Haven't you ever once considered that I hate farming?
Don't you say that, boy.
No, it's too late now. Might as well have it out. Because I'm sick of all your narrow talk, like there's only one outcome, when you haven't considered all
Now,
the factors.
hold on.
It's pretty shit math, but I'm the only one left to take over the farm now. And I've stood by your side in the field all these years because you've needed me, and because I didn't want to disappoint you. These last few years have been hell, and we've been in the red month after month. And somewhere along the way I discovered I don't want this life. The early mornings, the sore back, the endlessness of it all.
Then you're weak. You're weak.
Jesus. I got a particularly good offer this week. I've been thinking about accepting it.
As Art opens his mouth to speak, he's cut off by Kristina ringing the dinner bell. Scene 5. The sky outside is darkened. It's going to rain again. Thunder rumbles. Kristina is setting the table. Peter chops lettuce angrily. Art is eerily silent. He enters the room by slamming a door.
Get the tractor fixed?
Not yet.
Well, there's always tomorrow. Let's eat.
The family sits at the kitchen table and begins to eat. Every movement that you make is tense. Something is bubbling under the surface, waiting to explode.
Well, I'm sorry it's not going well. I had a good day, though. Sarah had me over to figure out flower arrangements for Clara's wedding. We had a nice chat. Sounds like she wants to get married in his church, which is, I suppose, a bit odd, but she is going to be moving there, farming with them.
Oh, which Sarah is this now?
Oh, the book club, Sarah. We went for dinner with her and her husband.
Well, I can't keep these damn names straight if you don't specify.
Okay, well, anyway, it was a nice time, and she's going to host a potluck soon, and I wonder if
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Okay, fine. What's going on with the tractor?
Ask him.
What's going on? What's really going on?
Your son over there wants to sell our farm, like it means nothing. And he's been hiding it from us. He thinks he's so goddamn clever, making lists and putting them in the back filing cabinets and taking phone calls behind my back from these stupid city folks, thinking that they can just weasel their way in. What?
Are you really surprised? I mean, maybe it's time.
Oh, you too? Really?
No, I'm really worried about you, Art. Your health isn't good anymore, and this weather is
You
killing
don't know a damn thing what you're saying.
Well, Peter has to make the right choices for himself, and he's old enough to know that.
He lied, Chris.
Well, maybe he just didn't know how to tell you.
If he gave a damn about the farm, about his family, he wouldn't have done any of this. And you too, defending him, you're just as bad as he is.
You're not God. You don't get to just decide why people do things. Peter's lived with us on the farm for all these years, and he's worked with us because he loves you, and out of his duty to you, in the same way that I've stayed by your side, and I've listened to you, and I've supported you in your struggles every day, and you don't get to say that we don't care about.
And you are the most stubborn woman I have ever met. Going on and on about things that really don't matter. Kathleen this, and Jane that, the stupid books that don't mean anything. You are so exhausting in your own little world.
Please, Art.
Never shutting up so a man can have some
Art,
peace.
listen to me.
Dad.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to keep the farm above water.
Listen to me!
In a rage, Kristina slams a glass down on the table too hard it breaks in her hand.
You are the one that's in your own little world. You never listen to me. Nothing I have to say matters to you anymore unless it's about you. And I am sorry for caring about things that you think are shallow. But at least I am trying to find some joy in my life. And because it's not going to come from you. And you're so blind to everything. And I may not be a perfect wife, but at least I try to listen and I try to understand.
You can't even understand that Peter spitting in the face of everything we've worked for is...
It's only because you choose to see.
You have everything all twisted up in that useless mind of yours.
I will not sit here and let you berate me.
Stop! This isn't doing any good.
Well, we wouldn't be having this fight if it wasn't for you.
You've been having this fight for years now. Just not out loud, but she's right, Dad. The farm is suffocating all of us, and you're too blind to see that. And I am going to sell the farm, and I'm going to take that offer. End of story. It's what needs to be done.
You are not my son.
All right. I'm done.
Peter takes off the ring from his great-grandfather and places it gently, with care, on the table in front of his father, next to the broken glass. Nodding to his father, he leaves. Scene 6. Art runs outside and falls to his knees in the mud. He doesn't understand them. Kristina grates, Peter rebels. Life is supposed to be simple. He thinks of the hurt in their eyes, his angry words.
What have I done?
He looks to the sky for an answer, but it spits back, unforgiving.
Alone here. In this. All the time.
Art is at a loss. He begins to cry. Young Art walks up to the older version of himself, placing a hand on his shoulder.
But you weren't always. Not really. And you still aren't. Do you remember?
In a flashback, young Art meets young Kristina at a dance. She hands him a book.
Don't you remember how you used to listen to her? You were wooed by her verve, by how much interest she took in other people's lives, how she was always on the move. You listened to her convoluted stories because she was the one sharing them.
Art's father hands him the deed to the farm along with the family ring.
Make me proud, son.
That felt good. To hear Dad say that. He never did say much, but he meant what he said. He was proud, and I think he would have been no matter what. I was never really about farming for him. You were his legacy, not the land.
Young Art is sitting at the kitchen table with Peter, who is doing his multiplication tables excitedly. He scrambles to write the answers, and young Art watches in amazement.
Do you remember how proud you were of his brains? Brains you didn't have, yet you never told him. Why? They want you to love them for who they are, not who you wish they would be.
The farm. What about the farm? And you lied.
You never lied to your family because they couldn't take the truth?
I don't know them. I want to know them.
The sky begins to clear.
I'm an idiot.
Good luck. Thanks.
Art crosses back into the house. Kristina sits, tearful, at the table. She is tired. They finally understand each other. A glance is all it takes. They have been married a long time.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm an asshole.
I know.
I love you so much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't listen before.
Well, I know. You're listening now.
Where's Peter?
I'm right here, Dad.
I didn't mean that. What I said earlier. I'm sorry.
I know, I'm sorry too. I should have talked to you first about selling.
I think I understand why you didn't. But if you are going to sell this damn farm, it's not going to be to some big oil company. We're going to do this right.
Let's talk more about it in the morning.
Okay. I really love you, son.